These are the headlining news for tonight. Somber atmosphere at Joanna's funeral. Sarawak Premier committed to renewable energy and decarbonisation. Sarawak government continues efforts to restore the state's rights. Sibuya has potential to be a well-developed coastal town. Integrated rabies enforcement operation to start in Kuching. Good evening. A somber and heartbreaking atmosphere enveloped the funeral ceremony of the late leading Brigadier Joanna Felicia Rona, conducted according to the traditional Royal Malaysian Navy TLDM burial rites at the Christian Cemetery of Kampong Engkara, Serian on Thursday. Joanna's remains were safely led to rest at 11:20 a.m., attended by dignitaries, family members, relatives and villagers who came to pay their final respects. There were no words to describe the sorrow of Joanna's husband, Hasli Ali, her children and family members who accompanied the final journey of the helicopter tragedy victim which crashed at the TLDM Lumut base in Perak last Tuesday. After the burial arrangements, First Admiral Insignia Technologies Franklin Jayashekar Joseph handed over the TLDM flag to the late Joanna's husband. Also present to pay their final respects to the mother of two were the commander of the Malaysian Armed Forces 1st Division Infantry, Major General Datuk Muhammad Fauzi Khamis, Syrian Member of Parliament Datuk Sri Richard Riyad Jaim, and the advisor of the Ranger Corps Veterans Association, Lieutenant General Retired Datuk Stephen Munda. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg reiterated Sarawak's commitment to renewable energy and decarbonisation at the Central European Hydrogen Technology Forum held in Poznan, Poland. The Sarawak Premier, as reported by TVS, discussed Sarawak's initiatives and plans to enhance energy security, environmental sustainability, and shared insights into Sarawak's proactive strategies in addressing global climate challenges. Following the COVID-19 pandemic, Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari highlighted that the Sarawak government has launched the Post-COVID-19 Development Strategy (PCDS 2030), which also focuses on environmental sustainability. Moreover, the Sarawak Premier noted that the state is fortunate to possess a wealth of resources, namely a combination of hydro, solar and bioenergy. He emphasized that this diversity of energy sources enables Sarawak to produce affordable hydrogen and introduce it as a primary power source. Accompanying him were Sarawak Deputy Premier Datuk Amar Awan Tengah Ali Hassan and Sarawak State Secretary Datuk Ahmad Muhammad Abu Bakar Mazuki. Discussions on the restoration of Sarawak's rights as enshrined under the Malaysia Agreement 1963 MA63 are still ongoing between Sarawak government and the federal government. Sarawak Attorney General Datuk Safiri Ali said discussions involve various details including legal and administrative aspects.
Benda itu masih lagi sama ada dia melibatkan isu-isu perundangan, isu-isu pentadbiran dan sebagainya. Dan alhamdulillah lah, maknanya kerajaan persekutuan mendengar kita punya tuntutan tersebut, dan perkara ini akan terus kita laksanakan dan push untuk supaya kerajaan persekutuan mengambil kiralah pandangan daripada kerajaan negeri.
He said this when met by reporters after making a courtesy call on the Yang di-Pertuan Negeri of Sarawak, Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar, at the Astana Negeri Sarawak in Kuching on Thursday. Datuk Safiri said the courtesy call aimed to seek the opinions of the Sarawak Governor, who he deemed to have given great contributions, including the success in amending the Federal Constitution to restore parts of Sarawak's rights during his tenure as the Minister in the Prime Minister Department, Parliament and Law.
Baik. Tetapi selain daripada itu, kita juga meneruskan, maknanya soal berkaitan dengan kuasa di sudut negeri dan persekutuan, mana yang kita perlu kembalikan, itu masih kita tuntut, ya. So dalam arti kata lain, perjuangan untuk mengembalikan hak negeri ini masih berjalan lah, dan itu insya-Allah nanti akan diperhalusi dalam Dewan Undangan Negeri lah, mana akan adalah menteri yang akan menjawab nanti.
Sibuya has a huge potential to become a well-developed coastal town with many development projects being carried out. Sarawak Minister for Utility and Telecommunication, Datuk Sri Julaihi Narawi, said road connectivity in and around Sibuya will increase following the construction of the Batang Lupar Bridge. According to him, the bridge is making good progress and will be a highly strategic route. In addition, he said once the second trunk road is completed, there will be an interchange where the people can choose their routes, either to the coastal road, the second trunk road, or to continue onwards to Lingga. Dato Sri Julaihi said this when met by reporters after making a courtesy call on the Sarawak Governor, Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar at the Astana Negeri Sarawak in Kuching on Thursday. The Sibuya Assemblyman added the construction of the sea retaining wall in Sibuya with an approximate cost of 400 million ringgit is almost completed, whereby it aims to protect the surrounding coastal areas. He explained further, the Sarawak government has also identified Sibuya as one of the areas to implement an agro-research lab. Meanwhile, Dato Sri Julaihi said that his courtesy call was also to invite Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi and his wife Top Wan Fauziah Muhammad Sanusi to grace the Sibuya District Ramadhan Aidilfitri event that will be held this Saturday. The first integrated enforcement operation against rabies in Sarawak will commence in Kuching from April 29 to May 3rd. Sarawak Deputy State Secretary Administration Datuk Baklan Bangit said that efforts to combat the rabies outbreak in Sarawak require attention to achieve the goal of zero rabies cases by 2030. In line with this, the Sarawak government, through the State Disaster Management Committee (SDMC), along with relevant agencies, will initiate the operation in Kuching to identify pet dogs that have not been vaccinated and licensed.
And the big reason is we want to address the problem of rabies in Sarawak. The target is we want to achieve zero rabies by 2030.
He made these remarks during a briefing on the preparations of the integrated rabies enforcement operation in Sarawak at Wisma Sabati, Kuching on Thursday. Datuk Baklan, who is also the Deputy Chairman of SDMC, informed that this operation will set the benchmark for future integrated operations to be conducted in all districts throughout Sarawak. And that's the English edition with me, Jocelyn. More news can be found in our official portal ukas.sarawak.gov.my and social media platforms including Facebook and YouTube. We end the bulletin tonight with coverage of the funeral ceremony of the late Joanna Felicia Rona, conducted according to the traditional Royal Malaysian Navy burial rites at the Christian Cemetery of Kampung Engkaro, Serian on Thursday. #Saluran Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.